If I put it down, down, you can take it. Maybe you can take it. If I put it down, down, you can have it. Maybe you can have it.
Hey y'all, so today I'm going to do a pull-out experience in the radiology department. I'll be following a radiology nurse. Honestly, it was pretty boring, but I'm showing y'all me prepping my breakfast for the day and my lunch, and my coffee. And there's Benji, of course. But this is just something we have to do for class, not something that we opted to do, so whatever. I'll be wearing my scrubs there, and I'll be packing my bag with some things, even though I really didn't need to because we really didn't need anything. All we did was shadow, literally. But I had to bring a form for them to sign, so that's the form. Just saying that I made it there. As you see, I changed out of my uniform into scrubs to shadow the nurse. We also wear leads too. Hey y'all, so I know it's been a while since I've vlogged, so I'm just gonna give y'all a little update. I've just been studying all weekend. Oh, and by the way, it's Sunday. I've been studying all weekend. I have not worked because this is my first test in this adult health 1 class. And I'm sorry, all my skin is flaking because it's so dry in this apartment. I need an air humidifier or whatever. I'm trying to dedicate myself to it, and then I'll go back to work probably on Wednesday when I don't have clinical. Just made me some coffee. Y'all, I made my own like cold vanilla cold foam, but I think I added too much of everything. This is what it's looking like though. This is just it's my DIY coffee. So I have some Khalifa Farms cold brew with almond milk espresso. Everything I have is dairy free, y'all, because I'm lactose intolerant. That's what I'm using in my coffee. I also poured in some silk oat milk creamer, vanilla oat milk creamer. And I poured in some of this Tazo skinny chai latte. For the cold foam, I use this Tarani vanilla syrup, my vanilla oat milk creamer, and my Good and Gather or Target brand oat milk. I'm gonna taste this. Let's see how it tastes, y'all. And then I'm going to start studying. I finished eating not too long ago. I ate some breakfast. I had some pumpkin pancakes. They were really good. They're from Trader Joe's. And then I bought this Just Egg. It's like the egg substitute. Let me show y'all. Made from mung beans. I've tried it because it's this. Comment down below if you've ever tried this before. But I tried it because there's like an egg shortage. So it's been really hard for me to get eggs. And that's like my breakfast staple. And I don't know, it's a weird taste. Like I said, comment down below. Let me know if you've ever tried it and what you think about it. Let's see. That's good.
She was nice to me.
Y'all, this good.
I couldn't.
This tastes like a white chocolate mocha. This show on Netflix is called New Amsterdam. It's kind of like a Grey's Anatomy, but not all the sex scandal and stuff. I didn't tell y'all about my interview that I had on Friday. So when I was in clinical on Tuesday, I got a call while I was on lunch. And it was finally from the hospital that my school is through. And it was the OR residency program. So the manager over that, she asked me if I wanted to interview, and I scheduled it for Friday at 1. Yeah, Friday at 1. So I went there on Friday, and I think it went okay. I think there's a lot more. I think I was just so nervous because this is my first interview with them, that I didn't elaborate on certain experiences that I've had. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it because once I came home, I had to like distract myself and watch TV because otherwise I was just gonna overanalyze my answers and what I could have said, and there's no point in doing that because the deed is done. So basically, it was 3 people in my interview. 2 of them were the educators. So I think, the main lady who asked me for an interview, she's over like gynecology and general surgery. The other guy, he's more with neuro and ENT, so ear, nose, throat. And then the third person, she's with plastics and orthopedics. So they're all like different specialties that they work with. The way this residency program works is, and every residency program is different. Nurse residency program is different, just so you know. So the way this one works is you have, I think, like your first initial 9 months, right, of residency. So the first few weeks you're doing class stuff. You can be in person, or it's in person at an airport, one of the sites near the airport, or it's online, and that's partially because of COVID. So you do that for the first like month and some change, and then you have to take a test, and that test is like some OR type of test that basically it's from the governing agency over OR nurses. And this residency is training you how to be a circulating nurse, not a scrub nurse, a circulating nurse. So the nurse who like is documenting everything. If the people in the sterile field need some type of equipment, you got to go get it and hand it to them. You have to know who all is in the room, set up the room, stuff like, break down the room, stuff like that. They don't do scrub nurses. They have the operating room assistants, which are kind of like healthcare techs, or, there's like techs everywhere, but they're kind of like that, but they're more specialized, and they go to school for that as well. But anyway, so yeah, this is for circulating nurses, which I thought it was really cool, because I don't know if I told y'all, when I saw my diabetic patient, like 3-4 classes ago, that was my first surgery I saw. He decided to have his leg amputated. It was an above the knee amputation. So yeah, that's when I first saw like the whole surgical process, and I was like, oh my God, I could literally do this. The circulating nurse don't do much. In my opinion, she won't do shit. Like, cool. I don't have to use no real nursing skills, but sign me up, coach. Sign me up. I don't want to be no real nurse. Nah. But yeah, I was like, I'm down for that. And so that's why I applied. At this hospital, my first choice was labor and delivery, and then OR would be my second choice. So first few weeks, you're doing the test, learning material for the test. After that, you're actually doing clinical skills. And they describe the whole experience as if you're going back to school, because you may have some outside homework assignments or whatever, which is fine with me. I don't care. But clinical skills, they have their own like sim lab that they're kind of trying to make so that you can feel comfortable practicing handling things without messing up the sterile field and doing all that other stuff that they do. But it's very much hands-on. Like, you need to learn hands-on, with the hands-on approach. So that's teaching how to be a circulating nurse for just like general basic stuff. Then you tell them your like top 3 specialties, and they place you based on, staffing needs and whatnot, but they take into consideration where you want to be. And then you get to your specialty unit, and so that's where you learn how to be a circulating nurse on that unit, who the specific doctors are, what do they like, how do they like their setup to be, stuff like that. So you learn that kind of last, and that's when and so then for that part, you won't be working on your own because you're kind of orienting to another unit. But you have to orient with someone else, and then eventually you'll be independent. The general part, you have time to be independent before you move on to the specialty unit. So in total, the total I said it's like 9 months. August, September, October, November, December, January. She said I wouldn't get to the specialty unit until about January of next year. And the program starts in August. That's the interview I had. It was kind of more laid back, which I did like that, but I was still very nervous. I thought it was interesting, though. All the other places that I've I've only interviewed one other place. But the other place that I've interviewed, like, there was a black lady who interviewed me, or was the main one who signed up for the interview. This one was all it was 3 white people. And as I was walking by, it was mostly, white people who work in that unit, which honestly, it's mostly white people who work in this hospital. It's not a lot of diversity at this hospital. That's the only thing I don't like. So, Benji, stop. That's just one thing I've been taking into consideration. However, this unit was all very, very nice. Really, really nice people. Even like as one of the guys was leading me up to where we were going to do the interview, one of the ladies passed by. She was like, "Oh, is this one of our candidates? Oh my God, this is such a great unit to work for. Like, good luck. I hope you make it." And I was like, "Oh, that was really nice of her to say." Like, "Oh, you really love it here? Okay, cool." So, I don't know. I'm just going to take it into consideration. I have to receive an offer anyway. I haven't received anything, so I'll just wait and see if, if I do get a call. If I don't, then that makes my choice of where I go a little bit easier. I have my last interview tomorrow, and that is with a different, actually the competitor hospital. These two are direct competitor hospitals in my city. But I've heard they pay more, so we'll see. They have a residency program, and it's basically you just get one interview to be considered for all locations and all specialties. So I'm guessing they're going to ask me, like, what are my top 3 specialties? And I guess base that off of, what's available. And then also what locations I want. Because there's like 3 locations. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 3 locations I could really work at with this one. I have more... Benji, what are you doing under the table, silly? But yeah, there's more locations that I could work at with this hospital. So I'm kind of excited to hear more about this program. I do know that it's a year-long residency program. So it's a little bit longer than the other ones. Now, the hospital that I got the offer from, it's not even with like the residency program. It's just with the units itself. And I'll just be orienting. So that's not even a residency program. I kind of would like to do a residency program. I don't know. And I'd like for it to be in gynecology. Because this one, they have OB gynecology as one. They also have antepartum and postpartum. So that's before birth and after birth. Before birth is mostly going to be like your higher risk patients with preeclampsia, stuff like that. So if they have an OB gynecology specific unit, I'd love to be that. Because I really want to focus on the gynecology aspect, y'all. That really hones in on my sexual health educator dreams. So if I could get that, that'd be great. I'm just going to pray on it. Pray on everything. That's what I've been doing. I've been praying on everything. I've been getting fast signs. So I'm just going to continue to do that because it's been working for me. If you don't believe in God, that's on you. But I know what he do for me. And he be working it out for you, girl. So I'm going to keep doing what I do. I just want to keep y'all informed. Like I said, y'all are part of this nursing journey with me. Are a nursing student and you're watching my vlog, or you like recently graduated, you're a new grad nurse, comment down below and just let me know, because I'm just curious about how many people actually watch this and are kind of in nursing school or nurses. Okay, y'all, I just wanted to show how I'm studying. So this is Sevier, whatever. This is like whatever platform our book is through, or the share path is through. So I go to create a quiz and I build my own quiz based on whatever topic I'm studying. So right now I'm studying COPD. So I'm gonna go down to the obstructive pulmonary diseases, and there's asthma, but I don't want to do asthma, so I'm gonna do both the COPD ones. And you see how it has the different levels. So I'm at novice for this one, but intermediate for this one. I'm going to keep doing quizzes until I get to proficient in both of these. I saw whenever I did quizzes up until like the highest level of proficiency, last semester I started doing that for the third test because I had to figure out what study habit I needed to change, and that's what helped me get such a higher score on that test. So I'm hoping it'll work for this test, because it can give me questions, and maybe sometimes the questions, and I do 10 because that's like a good amount for me. But I'm hoping that maybe some of these questions will be on the test, or they'll be similar, and they have different format questions, which there will be different formatting questions on my test as well. So we could have the drag, fill in the blank, select all that apply, of course, stuff like that. So I'll do one for y'all. In which order will the patient need to take these steps for effective huff coughing? Okay, let me read. I'm trying to read through the camera in here. I know they gotta sit first, and I've done this one, so I should get it right. But you know, sometimes I think I got it wrong the last time. They're gonna sit first. They are going to inhale, hold the breath, repeat the coughing. Y'all, they added in more. They made it a little harder. Oh my goodness. I should probably read the whole thing, but I'm just trying to get this over with. I know these two are right, and they're gonna do this. It's just the last three I'm not sure. Repeat the huff cough 1 or 2 more times while refraining. Repeat the huff cough when the mucus is felt. And okay, I know the switch. Not sure. Okay, so I have these two mixed up. And then it gives you the rationale, and I'll read it and go on to the next one. And so that's how I'm starting to do my studying now. And hopefully this works and I get a passing grade. Yay. And if there's something that I'm not clear about, I'll just go. I have a whole document. It is 54 pages long for test 1. But basically, one of my friends got some notes for this class from someone who graduated already. And their notes was for the whole class is like 130 pages. This one is 54, but that's because I broke it down into testing. They have the whole class. I needed broken down my test. So I basically made it like a table of contents for it. This is all the topics. So anytime I'm not sure about something, like I think I just had this little quiz thing includes questions about oxygen therapy devices, and I'm not very familiar. Well, I'm kind of familiar, but also not. And it also asks about like medications, and I'm pretty sure I need to go over these medications again. But I'll just, come back over here and look at what is up here and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and read the rationale. And that's going to help me understand. Yay. So hopefully I pass this first test. Good morning. It is Monday morning. It's like 8:41. I have my test at 9. But I'm just going to chill in my car for a little bit until I feel like getting out. So maybe around 8:50ish I'll get out because I can't bring my phone and stuff like that. I just got to bring my computer and some pencils and myself. But I feel good about this test. I feel pretty confident I could at least pass it. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to chill and listen to my music and just, vibe out. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to drink some water and set up and get ready for this test. And we have test review immediately after. So maybe I'll get like some type of idea of how I did. I can count how many questions I got wrong, even though they'll still have to go back and do the statistics and stuff and see if a question was good or not. Hey y'all, so I finished my test. I feel pretty decent about it. I know that I at least passed. I had a whole bunch right and maybe like 6 to 8 wrong, but some of them I get partial credit on, so we'll see what the final number comes out to be. But I know I at least passed. It's a possibility that I could have gotten a B. We'll see, probably like tomorrow when the actual grade comes out. But I feel good. Like, I don't feel any anxiety or anything. Like, certain answer choices, I was like, yeah, I should have picked that. And I knew it as soon as I finished it. But you can't backtrack on these nursing school tests. So once it's over, it's over. It is over. And they tried to have our test for this class like the next gen NCLEX, because that's what we're going to be taking. But I think I did pretty decent. And with the partial credit for the multiple choice, finally, like the last class, we haven't had that. This is the first class we get partial credit on our select all that apply. I think I did. I definitely think, well, I know I passed, but I think there's a possibility that I could have maybe gotten a B. I'm proud of myself for my study habits, and now I know how the questions are formulated. Their questions are really not tricky. Like, as long as you pay attention in the class, or you watch the recordings, it's pretty straightforward what is being said. So now I know I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing, pay attention, make sure I review certain things I'm not strong on again. I think if I had reviewed some of the questions about the mask, I would have gotten at least 2 points back, and that definitely would have put me over to a B. But whatever, you know, it is what it is. For my first test this semester, I think I'm off to a great start. And yeah, thank you God, thank you Jesus, because he came through. I said, by studying and putting to work, you gonna help me come through on the grading part. And yeah, period, that's what he did. So I just got to keep putting in the work. And it's a good thing I didn't go to work this weekend, because then I wouldn't have been able to study as much as I did. I study in 30-minute increments, and then I take a break and I go back to my 30-minute increments. So I'm proud of myself for prioritizing school. But this week, it's going to be a working week. So whatever days I'm not in school or doing schoolwork, or it's like not high priority, like next week I'd really need to do some schoolwork, but this week I'm definitely going to be working. Probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe Wednesday through Sunday I might be working, because I need to make up for the loss of income or lack of income there, actually. So technically I'm in class, but it's just it's her reading off the slides directly for me. I cannot. Let me make sure I'm on mute.
What are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, I cannot focus. It's just, I typically go back and watch the recorded lectures, and I put it on
Okay. So
2 times the double the speed, because that's the only way I can watch these lectures. Sometimes I'll go down to like 1.5, but they just talk so slow. And I understand that. You're trying to make sure everybody can understand you. But it's just really dragging. I don't know if it's just because it's today or what, but it's really dragging. I'm trying to stay on, because she's eventually going to get to one of the diseases that I need to know about for my presentation tomorrow. But I cannot. So I'm going to update y'all while she's doing her thing. So, y'all, I told y'all about my interview with the OR. And then Monday I took my test. I don't know if I told y'all about how the interview went. I think it went, so initially I had thought it went okay. I got a call yesterday, and I got an offer for a job in the OR as a circulating nurse for their residency program. And then I have till Tuesday to give them an answer. For the first hospital that I got an offer from, I went ahead and asked them for an extension. They were like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I have that. So I have those 2 offers. And then yesterday I also got a call for another interview for another OR, for the same residency program for the OR, but it's at another like location of the same hospital system. So I'm gonna go do that on Monday. So what I like about this one is I get to shadow a couple of the cases. So I'll be in the OR for 2 of the cases, see how it goes, and then we'll have kind of like an informal interview, see how we mesh. And I get to talk to someone who just finished the peri-op residency program. So that's cool. I'm excited. At that one, I know they do mostly like orthopedic cases, and at the one that I got the offer from, they do everything, because it's the bigger hospital, and this is just a smaller one. But either way, I'm excited, because, and I planned that out perfectly. I asked for Monday, because that way I get to know if OR is really for me. And if I do like it, then that'll make my decision easier for to tell the recruiter on Tuesday, like, yeah, I think I'll, whether I want to take the offer or not. He'll tell me which, if I want to be in the OR, and then which team I would rather work with. So yeah, I'm excited. That's from 7 to 11 though, like 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So early. And then I gotta stay up and do patient research, and I won't get my like I have to go to the main hospital to go do my patient research, but that's not until like 2 o'clock, and I'm done with them at 11. So I'm gonna have to drive back home and drive back there. Right now I have 2 job offers. Well, technically 3, because it's 2 at that one hospital, 1 at this hospital. I have 1 interview on the way. I did 1 interview with another hospital already. I think that one, I forgot to tell you, I think that one went really good. But I told them I was interested in the NICU, women's services, and the OR. So I'm hoping like I hear back from them soon. Between now and Tuesday, I'm hoping and praying I hear back from them. Something about like women's or labor and delivery or something. I don't know. Because instantly, if I hear anything about NICU or labor and delivery, I'm taking it. I'm just taking it. No questions asked. I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it. My clinical instructor for my labor and delivery class actually texted me yesterday also. I've just been getting like lots of news yesterday. But she was asking me like if I was interested in being a tech on labor and delivery, because she was talking to the supervisor, the nurse supervisor. And I was like, you know what? Sure. She said it's for 8 hours in 2 weeks. I just said sure. Because you never know. That could help me get a job on L&D. Hopefully she would realize that I am in the process of applying for everything. And I have already applied for that unit. And the fact that I do have offers, multiple offers. So regardless, I mean, I do have somewhere to go. I have jobs to take if labor and delivery doesn't offer me anything. But I just said sure. I sent over my resume and I'm just waiting to hear something. Like, I'm going to be open to it because you never know. That could give me a job there. You never know. It could be just a matter of they need to fill the tech in real quick, and then maybe somebody's leaving, or maybe somebody's getting pregnant, because people always get pregnant when they work on L&D, and maybe I could fill in that spot. I would like the residency program though. I don't want to be nobody tech. It's like I did nursing school to work as a nurse, not as a tech full time. I don't even want to do that. I said this year I'm not doing the same shit I'm doing last year. Like, I got this year, it's going to be the year of growth. We're going to be a nurse this year. We're going to do well in our classes this year. Yeah, we're going to do the damn thing this year, okay? Oh, hold on. She's on my section, y'all. I'm pretty much done anyway. I'll talk to y'all in a minute.